साल में नहीं किया अभी कैसे होगा? बराबर है? इतने साल में जो चीज नहीं हुआ अभी 4 महीने में कैसे होगा? Is the first thought that comes to my mind. So my state is very unproductive. If you look at it, there have been examples of students who have actually achieved a barely pass to a 90% in this short span of time. A barely pass to a 90% in just 4 to 5 months. There have been quite a few students who have achieved that kind of feat. So is it impossible? Of course not. But till I am in this unproductive state, it will be impossible for me. Are you together? If I want to change the student's actual percentage, I cannot teach him. Right? I'm not an expert in physics or even maths for that matter. I'm probably worse at maths than the 65% student anyway. Yeah? What I can do is, I can change his unproductive state into a very productive one, wherein he will then take all the effort that is required to move from that 60-65 to that 90. Does that help us understand better? In our cases, it could be anything. Yeah? The married people out here. Fear of the mother-in-law. Doesn't that paralyze us a lot of times? Yeah? Silence. No comments. Well, for us married people, it could even be the fear of the spouse. Or it could be anything. It could be fear about what will happen in certain relationships, what will happen at work, fear of the boss. It could be anything. That is a very unproductive state. And that does limit the kind of achievements that we can have. The key is to move from that unproductive state to a productive state. And hypnotherapy actually does that. It moves you from the unproductive state to a productive state. It will not teach you anything new. Yeah? Moving on. What we do is, in a very simple way, all of you, do you have televisions at home? Yeah? Let's suppose you know the basics of repairing a TV and there's something wrong with your TV. Will you keep it switched on and then start working inside? Yes or no? No? Why? Why not? Shock, okay. We'll get a shock. We'll get an electric shock, right? Now what really happens is, when we directly start to work on our unconscious mind, as we say, yeah? If the conscious mind is still active, we receive a shock. And there's a big problem. And therefore, what hypnosis really does is, it kind of relaxes our conscious mind. And it switches off the conscious mind. Yeah? That is what it does. It's a resourceful state for pain control and relaxation. It relaxes you to such an extent that the conscious mind switches off. Does that mean you don't understand what's going on? No, sleep is completely different. In sleep, you not just have your conscious shut off, but quite a large portion of what we normally call as the unconscious is also shut off. In sleep, only those parts which are vital to keep your body alive, only those parts of your brain are working. Whereas in hypnosis, it's not like that. Let's explore what hypnosis is all about in more detail. Before we understand what hypnosis is, let us understand what hypnosis is not. Because there are a lot of misconceptions about hypnosis, thanks to Bollywood, Tollywood, and all kind of feats that we have out here. Let us understand what hypnosis is not really. Well, first thing to understand is, hypnosis is not magic. It is not magic. Are we together? It's a very scientific process. Hypnosis is not a mystery. Hypnosis is not dangerous. Unlike what a lot of people believe, hypnosis is not at all dangerous. A few more things. Hypnosis is not the same as mind control. Mind control involves a lot of chemicals which are injected in your body. Yeah, there are a lot. Hypnosis can be used as one part for mind control, but hypnosis by itself is not mind control. Yeah, hypnosis is also not sleeping. It's not the same as sleep. Hypnosis is not being unconscious. Being unconscious is again very different from being in hypnosis. Yeah? Hypnosis is none of the above, is none of these. So what is hypnosis? Do you have any ideas of what hypnosis is all about? No? Yes? What do you think hypnosis is? What is hypnosis? Okay. All right. Here I think we are talking about the application of hypnosis. I'm saying what exactly is hypnosis by itself. You're talking about what it can be used for. You're absolutely right. I'm asking a more basic question. What is it? Yes, sir. Brilliant. Yes. That is a common with. Anybody can be hypnotized. You can only hypnotize those who are willing to get hypnotized. Well, if you really look at it, I'll come to you, sir. You wanted to say something.
No, you are asking what is hypnosis.
Yes. Sure.
Hypnosis is that relaxed state of subconscious mind where the subconscious mind is more receptive.
Okay.
It takes a driver's seat.
Okay.
So whatever the suggestion will give, they enter more easily into your.
True. But then we are talking about hypnosis is not magic, it's not mystery, it's not unconscious, it's not sleep. So what is hypnosis? You are telling me how it can be used.
The relaxed state of mind when the subconscious
Yes.
mind becomes more active.
Absolute.
And more receptive.
Absolute. Correct. So let's understand a lot many more myths about hypnosis and move on to understanding what it is all about. A lot of times, you see, some of the most important fears that people have of hypnosis is majorly for women. Can somebody hypnotize me and take advantage of me? For men and women, can somebody hypnotize me and rob me? And these are two most common fears that a lot of people have. You would also have heard stories from a lot of people about how somebody hypnotized them and robbed them. Yeah? Have you heard such stories about people? If you look at the lower end of the newspaper line, you'll find a lot of stories about how somebody was hypnotized and robbed. Yeah? So let us understand what really hypnosis is all about and what it is not. It is a myth that hypnosis can make you do something which you don't want to do. Yeah? For example, if you are by nature a robber, I can hypnotize you and get you to rob some place. Because you by inside, you yourself are absolutely open to robbing. Then I can hypnotize you and make you rob. But if you are one of those who believe that robbing is not done, it is not right for me, I will never rob somebody, then I cannot hypnotize you and make you rob someone. Yeah? So what happens in these cases? You see, for anybody to hypnotize you and get you to do something which you normally don't really want to do from inside, they have to first do the same thing which any other con man does. What does a con man do? What does a cheat, a fraud do? What does any con man or a cheat or a fraud really do? Takes the person into confidence and robs him. Essentially in Bambaiya, ullu banate hain. है कि नहीं? What these cheats and frauds do is, तुमको बड़े बड़े सपने दिखाते हैं और उल्लू बनाते हैं. या तो कोई, they give you some completely different story. They first get you to believe them. They become your friends. And then do what they have to do and disappear. Hypnosis can be done that way. But the first part is, they will have to con you into buying that idea that you do want to rob a particular place. And then they can hypnotize you and make you rob a place. The first part is, you have to be convinced about doing something deep inside. If you're convinced about doing something, then hypnosis can help. But then even without hypnosis, one can make you do that. Are we together so far? Yeah?
Here arises one question. Like suppose there are certain stage shows.
Right.
The audience is sitting. And they are trying to hypnotize the crowd. You said that everyone cannot be hypnotized.
Correct.
The mind should be ready for
Correct.
getting hypnotized.
Correct.
Then how do they do that for all the audiences?
We'll come to that when we describe the various kinds of hypnosis that are there. So what we will do is, I will actually take you all through some hypnotic processes. If that's all right with you. You may choose not to participate, that is also all right. Yes.